Hey people, how you guys doing today? I'm excited to be back here. You're welcome to today's What's in the News session. Today, as usual, is going to be entertaining and, of course, educative. Not forgetting, I'm going to wow you. On the news today, report adds that El Salvador is planning to build Bitcoin City. And, of course, they might likely buy additional $500 million worth of Bitcoin. And also, friends, report added that 69-year-old Israeli retiree turned approximately $3,000 to a whopping sum of $320,000, right? And of course, bank says you can't deposit it funds. Check out the news for detail. And friends, Hillary Clinton, she's scared of cryptocurrency. Who knows? Of course, I'm sure your guess is good as mine. And of course, my friends, crypto lender Celsius is investing heavily in Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin mining, is it profitable? Of course, you'll find out. Avalanche has skyrocketed to top 10. Top 10, my friends. Who knows why? You'll find out shortly. Animoca Brands is investing heavily in NFT Quid, right? They raised the sum of find out in the news. All right, my friends, that is just by the way. My name is Clinton Onosu Market Salam. As always, Market Salam is here to help you make sense of your trading and investing. If you're seeing this channel for the first time, you're welcome, my friends. Just before we move forward, you can smash the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and of course, share with your friends and family. That will be super important. All right, my friends, nothing you find in this video is a financial, legal, or tax advice. Please do your own research. Let's swap to the news. Choo, choo, choo. All right, Bitcoin in red, Ethereum in red. Of course, most other altcoins are in red, right? Bitcoin is at 57K, approximately Ethereum 4K, Solana 221, doing well, it's up by 4%. DOT doing not bad, but it's down approximately 2% or thereabout, trading at $40. Havas, of course, is down, not bad. Havas is trading around 135. Surprisingly, of course, ADA is down by 3.13%, approximately, currently trading at 1.8, right? Of course, and SRP as well is trading around the $1 region. All right, let's see what CoinMarketCap has for us. Today's cryptocurrency prices by market cap. The global crypto market cap is 2.58 trillion, a 2.17 decrease over the last day. Why will you decrease, my friend? All right, that's just by the way. Bitcoin maintaining dominance at number 1, Ethereum number 2, Binance Coin number 3, Solana 5, ETH 6, SRP 7, Polkadot 8, Avalanche 10, Doge 11, Shiba Inu 12, and of course, Crypto.com 13, Terra 14. Interesting, and of course, in the last 24 hours, on the Gainer stable, we have Voyager token trading up by 24.66%. We have Hedron up by 16%. We have Zcash up by 15%. We have Crypto.com, CRO up by 14%. We have OSIS Network up by 10%. And of course, all other altcoins are doing well. So on the loser table, we have Gala is down by 50%, ARO 14%, Immutable S 11% down, Cardano 9% down, KuCoin 6% down, Tezos 5% down approximately, and that is it. Let's go over to the news. Alright, I was there. El Salvador to buy $500 million Bitcoin, taps crypto market for government bonds, plans Bitcoin City. Interesting. El Salvador is set to become the first country in the world to issue government debt backed by its economy and taxpayers on the Bitcoin market. This will mark the first time in 500 years since the invention of modern finance that a sovereign does not turn to banks to raise capital, but goes directly to the general public. Sam Seymour of Blockstream, the Bitcoin dev studio, said the offering will build on the Liquid network, a little used Bitcoin sidechain operated by Blockstream. He said, "Today, the president of El Salvador and I have announced that they will be issuing a $1 billion US Bitcoin bond on the Liquid network. The $1 billion US raised will be split between a $500 million allocation of Bitcoin BTC and a $500 million infrastructure spend for building out energy and Bitcoin mining infrastructure in the region." Little further details is provided, like what interest rate should be expected. Currently, El Salvador pays a very high 7.75% on its bank issued bonds. On Bitcoin bonds, they only mention dividends. The Bitcoin bond will have special dividend dispersed on an annual basis generated by staggered liquidation of Bitcoin, Moore said. Interesting one to note there, my friends, was that 69-year-old Israeli lady turned 3K Bitcoin investment to 320K. Now the bank refuses to deposit. All right, let's find out what's here. The Israeli pensioner Esther Friedman has reportedly turned an ILS 10,000 Bitcoin investment worth roughly $3K US at that time into ILS 1 million, approximately 234K in 8 years. However, Opalem Bank, one of the largest in the country, denied accepting the profits, as the initial investment source might have been a connection to illegal financial operations. Cash is the problem. In 2013, a 69-year-old retired citizen of Israel, Esther Friedman, decided to enter the cryptocurrency market by investing around $3,240. Despite her 69 years, the pensioner said she is young in spirit and that her younger relatives mainly influenced her decision. "I listened to my son and nephew, to the young guys, and said that an attempt would be made. Without any knowledge on the subject, in the real innocence of an ordinary citizen, I never thought that 10,000 would become almost 1 million. Interesting one to note there. Bank Opalem refused to deposit the amount transfer from the fiat cryptocurrency platform she used as the initial deposit years ago was made in cash. Therefore, the source of the funds might have related to money laundering or terrorist financing, the bank explained. Furthermore, the institution outlined some of the notorious dark sides of the digital asset industry that banks typically provide. The characteristics of visual digital currency allowed them to be transferred anonymously and unsupervised, often bypassing the need to use the financial sector that apply to the anti-money laundering and terrorist financing regime. To have a better chance to obtain our funds, Friedman appointed Sal Zauni as a law attorney and opened a lawsuit against the bank. The pensioner said that over the years, she had been a loyal client of the bank and she needs the money so she can help one of her children. The bank knows my conduct. I have no money elsewhere, only at Bank Opalem. They know I do not launder capital or do business outside the bank. I am retired. All 4 of my children have bank accounts. The money I need to help one of my children buy an apartment. All right. Israel wants to treat cryptocurrency businesses like banks. Due to the risk of using digital assets in criminal activities, Israel's authority recently planned to apply anti-terror banking rules. Alright, I wish Esther Freeman well. I hope she recovers. I'll probably get her funds back. What's next? Hillary Clinton fears cryptocurrency could undermine US dollar and destabilize nation states. Poor Hillary. Alright, Hillary Clinton, the former US Secretary of State under President Barack Obama, warned all countries to take the rising popularity of crypto coins seriously because such instruments have the potential to undermine the role of the US dollar and the power of nation states in the global economy. The former Democratic presidential candidate made the comment via a video panel discussion at the Bloomberg New Economic Forum in Singapore on November 19. She said, one more area that I hope nation states start paying greater attention to is the rise of cryptocurrency, because what looks like a very interesting and somewhat exotic effort to literally mine new coins in order to trade with them as the potential of undermining currencies, the role of the dollar as the reserve currency for destabilizing nations, perhaps starting with small ones but going much larger. Such remarks indicate that Clinton is not a fan of cryptocurrency. She warned about the rise of new currency technology amid complex relations between US, China, and Russia. She thinks that the widespread adoption of crypto assets could undermine traditional currencies, including the dollar, and destabilize countries, small and big. All right, my friends. What's next? Crypto lender Celsius increases Bitcoin mining investment to $500 million. Interesting one and huge. Celsius Network has doubled down on its Bitcoin mining investment, adding a further $300 million. In an interview with the blog on Monday, Celsius CEO Alex Mashinsky said that the investment was made to expand its proprietary Bitcoin mining hash rate and power capacity in North America. These are commitments for the year and next year. So we will be adding mining capacity all the time until the end of next year, he said. He noted that the firm will break down the expected hash rate growth over the coming months. A lot of people that are buying machines, they think the competition is just not going to be there, but obviously now there are a lot of more participants, more players, so you really have to be good at this business, Mashinsky said. We are catering to miners who do not want to sell their Bitcoin, and we lend them against their Bitcoin or hash power so they can basically send us Bitcoin as collateral when they mine it, Mashinsky said. But he added that the company will only do so more machines that are based in Europe and North America rather than more unstable regions. Interesting one. Avalanche slide into top 10 as Ethereum users complain about gas fee. Ethereum. Alright, people are looking for alternatives to Ethereum, and Avalanche chips and fast blockchain offer an enticing alternative. Avalanche is now the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. The currency is all-time high shortly after a tweet by Avalanche investor Zosu criticized gas fees on Ethereum. Avalanche fees are nominal compared to Ethereum, and transacting is much faster. Avalanche, a high-speed, low-cost blockchain that wants to take on Ethereum, has made its way into the top 10 coins by market capitalization. The coin is now worth 134.74 and a market capitalization of $30.17 billion. It set its all-time high earlier today when it peaked at 146 US dollars. Interesting one. Ethereum has abandoned its users despite supporting them in the past. The idea of sitting around jerking off, watching the burn and concocting purity tests while zero newcomers can afford the chain is gross, he tweeted today. Users are livid that they are promised a vision of the future, then told that they have to pay 100 to 1k per transaction to enjoy it. And then they told some things about how they should have been smart enough to buy Ethereum at $10 he wrote. Schultz's first tweet attracted over 13,000 likes. Of course, here is the tweet. Interesting one. Let's move on. And the Mocha Brands raising $5 million for NFT marketplace Quid. Let's see the details here. The big funding came via private sale, pre-sale, and the tokens IDO, which sold out in under an hour. That's huge. Quid, a marketplace for digital collectibles and a subsidiary of Animoca Brands, has raised a total of $5 million in private pre-sales and an initial DEX offering IDO. The token sale took place on Polkadot Project Incubator Starter on November 18. The allotment of 2 million Quid token at a price of 0.25 cents per token sold out in under an hour, raising $500,000. The current price of the token is at $3.28, representing a 1,212% increase from the IDO price of 0.25. It's down 31% approximately from the all-time high of $4.73 on November 20, and there is a total supply of 1 billion tokens. Quid is the first marketplace built for buying and selling limited edition, individually serialized digital collectibles. The Quid token is the ECR20 utility token for the Quid community of collectors, creators, and developers. Animoca Brands tweeted. Interesting one there. Thanks for watching, my friends. That's the most we can take today. We value your time. Thanks for watching. Just before you sign off, smash the like button if you like the content we are doing here, and of course subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell to get all important information. Our live voice of the chat session is coming up by 9 p.m. West African time. You just can't afford to miss as I destabilize, reanalyze, and scatterlize the chat. I can't wait to see you there. Thanks, my friends. Bye for now.